Hey guys, today's look is going to be on this super beautiful bronzy look. I love the way it is turned out. This look is perfect for anyone. Light skin tone, medium skin tone, deep skin tone, anyone can rock this look. And I think this is perfect for prom season approaching. There's also weddings, so if you're a guest at a wedding, if you're a bride, if you're a bridesmaid, anyone can wear this any occasion. This could even be your go-to look. Like I have my go-to looks, and I feel like this is gonna be one of my go-to looks when I go out and I don't want to think about it. So if you want to see how I created this look, then just keep on watching. So before we get started, I want to introduce you to my little friend. Not that I really want to introduce you to my little friend, but he is here, and he's right here on my nose. You see him? His name is Fred. Everyone say hi to Fred. Stupid Fred. To start off this look, I'm going to be taking my MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot, and we're going to be using this as our eyeshadow base. I also like to kind of carve out my eyebrow right here, so whatever's left on my brush, I just take it up here and clean up my brow down here. For today's look, we're going to be using the Jaclyn Hill palette. It looks like this. If you don't know, this palette, guys, again, I've said this plenty of times. If you don't have this palette, get it. Like, what are you doing, girl? You are sleeping on this palette. It has every shade that you will ever need, especially if you're not super into makeup. This has everything. You can do a smoky eye, you can do a blue eye, you can do whatever. It's in here. So I'm going to start off with the shade Creamsicle right here. It's a yellow mustardy shade. And I'm going to go in with my MAC 217 brush. Oh my god. I'm going to apply this in the crease in here and smoke it out towards the brow. This is really going to make sure all of our shadows blend out nicely. So we're looking a little crazy. We're looking like little, what are those little Easter peeps? Yeah, the little Easter peeps. Okay, you're not going to be going like this to prom. Trust me, trust the process. So I'm going to go in with the shade Mocha, which is just a mocha brown shade right here on my MAC. Not my MAC, on a Sigma E25 brush. The reason why I'm using this brush is because it's a little bit more precise than the MAC 217. The MAC 217 just kind of blends out the color, diffuses it, and this one's gonna get it more into the crease and just have a more, it's gonna have a more precise blend, if that makes any sense. I deepened this up to a pretty dark shade. So now what I'm going to do is whatever's left on here, I'm really going to hold my brush and apply light pressure and blend out these edges so it just looks a little bit more seamless. Okay, now that we have this done, we're going to deepen up the crease just a tiny bit more. So I'm going to go in with the shade Chip, which is right next to that mocha shade. And it's a little bit darker, so I'm going to apply this with a pencil brush, and I'm going to go right in the crease just to deepen that up. Now that I placed that where I wanted it, I'm going to go in with my Sigma brush that I used for the mocha shade, and I'm going to blend this, what was this called? Chip shade out a little bit. Before we move on, I'm going to go back in with the yellow Creamsicle shade. So now I'm going to take a flat shader brush and I'm going to go in with the shades Queen and Obsessed. I'm going to kind of mix the two. Now I'm going to create a wing liner, and I'm just going to do eyeshadow. You can use a liquid liner if you wanted to, but using an eyeshadow is going to give it a more soft effect. So I'm going to be taking a angled brush and I'm going to be dipping it into the shade called Chip. So again, this deep brown shade.
That awkward moment when you didn't even get yourself creating the wing liner on camera. I'm so sorry about that. I wanted to give y'all like a close-up view of this eye tutorial, but as you can tell, I'm not very good at it. So yeah, hashtag fail.
The nice thing about applying your eyeshadow before your foundation is that you can clean up the edges. And I don't know if you can tell, but look at all this fallout I have on my nose. So imagine if you had foundation on first and you're going to prom, and yeah, it would just be a big mess. So I'm just going to wipe off, look at all this stuff that I wiped off. I'm going to wipe all this off, and I'm going to clean up the edges. So right underneath that liner, I'm just going to clean it up. And you can also create a more sharp line by doing this. I want to deepen up the crease a little bit more, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this shade Chip with the black shade called Abyss. So again, Chip and Abyss on a pencil brush. And I'm barely going to apply any pressure. So you can totally stop here, but it is prom, or if you're going to recreate this for your special night event, I would recommend adding a little bit of glitter. So I'm going to be using the Heavy Metal Glitter by Urban Decay in the shade Midnight Cowboy. It's kind of like a champagne-y goldish. So I'm just going to apply it on the lid right here. And this glitter's not super opaque, so it just really adds a little bit of oomph without being too much in your face, because we still want this to be like glam and sexy. So off camera, I thought it was a little bit too glittery. So what I did is I kind of mixed the shades Obsessed and SBN right here. Oops, these two right here. And I just went over top of the glitter just to kind of tame it down a little bit, because I feel like, I don't know, I'm not sure if I like it. But I like it better with these two shades on top. So I just kind of like patted it over to so kind of like tame this shade down a little bit. So I did my foundation concealer off camera just because I feel like that's kind of redundant and everyone knows how to apply foundation and concealer, I hope. So I'm going to go back onto the eyes and finish this up real quick. I'm going to tight line with the Physicians Formula Warm Nude Eyes pencil, I think. It came out in a pack of 3 or something. So I'm going to use this. You can use a black, but I feel like I want this to be more like smoky, sultry, so I think a brown would be very pretty. And this kind of has like little flecks of gold in it, so it's gonna make your eyes pop. And even if you have brown eyes, I feel like it's really gonna make your eyes stand out. And I'm also gonna go up here, tight line with this lip. Oh my gosh, why are my eyes so watery today? As you can see, I left my baking powder underneath my eyes just because if there is fallout, the powder will catch it, and then after you're done with your eyes, you can just sweep it off. So now we're going to smoke out this lash line. I'm going to go in with the shade Chip, that dark brown shade, on a pencil brush, and we're just going to smudge out the brown that we put in the liner. So it looks very pretty like that, but I'm just going to dip this brush into my color switch so then I can go in with that yellow chickadee shade. Now I'm just going to run this right underneath that brown. Now that that's done, I'm going to wipe off this translucent powder with a dual fiber brush. For highlight, I'm taking my Physicians Formula Champagne Highlighter, and I'm going to be applying this onto the inner corner and on the brow bone. You could also use this to apply it onto the lid. I feel like this shade will look so pretty all over the lid. For lashes, I'm using the House of Lashes Iconics. I'm just about as tired as you probably are of using these, and really I think that this look would look pretty with a very nice natural wispy lash, but I don't have any on hand at the moment, so I'm going to be using these. And at this point, House of Lashes just send me like a lifetime supply of Iconics because I'm always using this. So yeah, I'll appreciate it. Now onto face, I wanted to show you how to create a very bronzy face. You know what I'm saying. I'm going to use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. It looks like this. Mine is very well loved. I love this bronzer. It's perfect for medium to light skin tones. And I'm going to be taking my Real Techniques brush, contour brush, and I'm just going to apply this bronzer all over my face. Well, not all over my face, on the perimeters of my face. For contour, don't make fun of me, but I'm using my Wet n Wild Mega Glow contouring palette, and it is a beat up, very well loved. So obviously you know that these products are like some of my ride or die products. So I'm just taking this in the shade Dulce de Leche, and I'm gonna use the same brush just because, you know, we ain't got time to be switching out brushes, and I'm just gonna apply this on into my cheekbones, create some cheekbones. Let's look like we just lost 10 pounds, but really we've been eating donuts all day, every day. I also like to take this a little bit on my forehead just because I do have a 5 head, and so this is gonna create a shadow on the forehead, making it look a little bit smaller. And it looks a little messy, but we are gonna clean it up with some translucent powder here in a second, so don't worry about that. And I'm also going to contour my nose. I'm gonna use the same powder, and I'm taking, I don't even know what kind of brush this is, but it's from Morphe, and I'm just gonna bring this on the sides of my nose to kind of give that small nose effect. And I'm also going to contour down here to create a shadow, which is going to make my lip look a little bit more pouty. So let's clean up this contour. I'm taking my Laura Mercier translucent powder, and on my beauty blender, I use this for my foundation. I'm just going to create a line underneath my contour line to clean it up, and it's going to make it look more sharp. For highlight, I'm going to be using my Physicians Formula Butter Highlight in Champagne. It's the same highlight that we used in the inner corner. This is going to tie the look together, and this highlight is gorgeous. It gives you a super like wet look, and this is what we want. We want a bronzy, like glowy look. And for blush, I'm going to be using the Burt's Bees Bare Peach blush. I love this blush because it gives a little bit of color, but it's not too like pinky. It's a very pretty color, especially for like a bronzy type of look. And applying your blush after your highlight is a better idea because it kind of blends out your highlight, so it doesn't look like you have a super stark highlight line going on. So I recommend doing that if y'all don't do that. I don't like to leave my powder breaking too long because I find that if you leave it on too long, it creates a white cast. Well, especially for this powder, this Laura Mercier translucent powder, if I don't say that. But yeah, so I just kind of put it on, do my blush highlight, and then I just wipe it off. I don't leave it on a long time. Now I'm going to spray myself with some MAC Fix Plus. You can never have too much. For lips, you can use any lip color that you want. You could do a maroon, a dark red, really whatever you want. But I want to go with a nude. I feel like, especially girls like my clients, they always want more of a nude because that's what they're more comfortable with. So I want to pair this look up with the nude. I'm going to be using the Maybelline Stay All Day Super Stay Matte Ink in the shade Driver. It's a super nude, so kind of want to be careful because you don't want to look like you're washed out. So if it does wash you out, I recommend doing a liner, which I might do, I don't know yet. And I really recommend this lipstick because it lasts all night, so you don't have to worry about reapplying it throughout the night, especially at prom or any special event. I am going to line my lips just because I feel like it kind of almost blends into my skin tone, which is not bad. It's not a bad look, but I want a little bit more dimension. So I'm going to be using my MAC Roll Lip Pencil. And I probably should have done this before because this lipstick is a liquid lipstick, so it kind of dries pretty fast, so I have to work really fast. Now you can stop here, but I do want to top this off with the gloss just because I'm going for a very bronzy, dewy look. And I'm going to be using the Dose of Colors Desi x Katie over the top gloss. You're probably tired of me using this, but guys, literally, this is one of my favorite glosses of all time. But just makes your lips look so yummy, glossy, juicy, whatever girl wants, right? So this is the finished look, guys. I hope that you liked it. I love the way this came out. It's so bronzy. So I don't even know how to explain it. I feel like this is something J-Lo would wear. J-Lo, if you're watching this, girl, hit me up. I'll do your makeup for free. Oh my god, could you imagine if she called me? Never gonna happen, but you know what I mean. And it can be your look too. You can rock this. Anyone can rock this. Light, medium, deep skin tones. Anyone can rock this, guys. And I'm obsessed. I love the way this came out. I am feeling myself. Ooh, this highlight though, look. Alright. Anyways, please give this video a thumbs up if you love the way this look came out. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.